It's Market Day Report, and we're so glad you're with us here on the final trading day of the month. Let's jump into the corn market, and corn is trading still in the red. We're down 2 1/4 at $4.28 a bushel. Our deferred contracts are all in the red as well. What about soybeans? Well, beans now moving higher. And this is coming after a pretty big day yesterday as beans traded in a 44-cent trading range. We're not seeing that 44-cent trade range as far as what we're looking at today, but we are inside of a 13, is that a 13, 12, 11 cent? I can't add here. 11 cent trade range on the November, and we're at 10.92 3/4. Wheat market. How about Chicago trading down 4 3/4, 5.19 1/2, and hard red is off 2 3/4, 5.10 1/4. Let's go to Hudsonville, Illinois. Risk management commodities. Sherman Newlin. Sherman, I guess, should I say glad to see you back in the office instead of in the cab, but was it a good harvest for you?
Yeah, it was a good harvest. We got along really well, but it's kind of nice to be back in the office for a little bit, taking care of some business, taking care of some clients. But we're supposed to have good weather next week, so you may be talking to me from a tractor cab next week, as we try to get some more tillage work done. We did get some rain here the other day. We got a little over an inch, so things are a little bit damp, kind of slowed things down. But I think guys are going to get back to getting, ramping up harvest and probably try to get done next week, way it looks.
All right, so we had a big day yesterday in the beans. Thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, it was a wild day, like you said. We had the announcements of the sales to China, obviously, and the market took it and ran with it for a little bit. We had a nice wide range, but now I think we're kind of consolidating. It's nice to see that we're still on the plus side. Nice to see that January is still over $11. We are getting a little bit overbought. But I think there's a decent amount of farmers selling on this run up the last couple of days. And rightfully so, right? I mean, we need to reward this market. We've ran up 80, 90 cents on this thing. And I think guys are needing to, make some cash flow needs because we have things that need paid for this time of year. So I think there's been some farmers selling, but I think a lot of the selling has kind of slowed down here a little bit. And we're waiting to see, obviously, do we actually get some new sales, fresh sales to China? That's kind of hard to tell. We don't have the government open. So we can't get any flash sales. We don't get any sales reports. So it's going to be kind of hard to track that way.
Yeah, we've also been watching that rally over in soy meal, higher for 12 straight sessions, while bean oil has retreated now for 3 in a row. How about we take a break, though? And speaking of trends here, there's a trend happening over in the protein sector. One market's been higher 3 straight sessions, one 2 straight sessions, and one has fallen 7 in a row. We'll talk more about that. Market Day Report continues in a moment. So one market that's been on, well, not a rally yet. It's a bull market for sure. Is it still a bull market, though? Let's look. Live cattle futures still moving higher. 236.5 on the October. We'll talk more about that in about 30 minutes as it chases cash. But December 231.5, it's trading 40 higher. It's been higher 3 straight sessions. Feeders have been higher 2 straight sessions, with January at 336.20. That's $1.97 higher. And then the hogs have been really struggling here. 7 straight sessions in the red. December through April higher. Sherman Newlin's with Risk Management Commodities. Well, any thoughts here on the protein side?
I think yesterday and day before, it kind of felt like maybe we went down too much. Maybe the bottom had exhausted itself. So you're seeing some consolidation, maybe some new buying come back in. And after the big sell-off we've had, I think rightfully so. I mean, we have a chart gap on the November feeders. I think maybe that could be filled. That gap's at 352. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe at some point we could get back up in through there and fill that type of a gap. I mean, because fundamentally nothing has really changed, right? We're still short on cattle. We're still short on feeder cattle. We're not opening up the Mexican border yet. I mean, they're talking about it, but I don't think, that's going to happen for a while. This market can rebound either in the live cattle and the feeder cattle here as well.
Yeah, we've been looking at the chart. Here's the live cattle December 6 month, and again, just looking at that gap in there on the live cattle.